And they're off. Deplorable takes the early lead with some impressive cornering. Okeoki is close behind, definitely staying in striking distance. Twix 560 is not far back either, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistakes. It's a tight pack right out of the gate. Sirironbot has advanced to 5 after successfully overtaking Gary No Name. Meanwhile, Amin-san has climbed up to 8 by getting past Electric Murray. Additionally, the man has gained a position, now sitting at 10 after an overtake on Nukembokum. John 7 has just executed a clean pass on Twix 560, and has moved up to P3. Meanwhile, Gary No Name has gained ground on Nyarasol, and they are now side by side for 6. In the midfield, Gucci is applying pressure on Nukembokum, in a tight contest for P11. With Gucci in the Ferrari 488 challenge, and Nukembokum piloting the Pagani Zonda R. The tension is palpable as all these battles unfold on the track. Gary No Name has advanced to 6 by executing a clean overtake on Electric Murray. Shortly after, Electric Murray responded by moving up to 7, successfully passing Sirironbot. Meanwhile, El Piosd has made a significant move, jumping up to 16 after overtaking Amy. Sirironbot and Amin-san are locked in a tight contest for 8th place, with the McLaren Elva and Ferrari FXEK closely matched in speed. Sirironbot is holding firm, as Amin-san attempts to make a move on the inside. Meanwhile, Maya has successfully overtaken Apex, advancing to 21st position. The race dynamics are shifting as we approach the next corner. John 7 has just closed the gap on Nyarasol, making a strong move into turn 3. They are side by side now with John 7 attempting to take the inside line. Nyarasol is holding firm on the outside, but John 7 manages to inch ahead as they exit the corner. The two cars are neck and neck down the straight, but Nyarasol pulls back alongside again going into turn 5. This battle for Pfau is heating up, with neither driver willing to back down just yet. Use John 7 from Team Life for Speed currently holding off Mirasol in a tight battle for 4th position. The two cars are closely matched, with some aggressive maneuvering as they navigate the track. Meanwhile, Sir Ironbot in the McLaren Elva is locked in a fight for 8th place against Amundsen in the Ferrari FX6K. Both drivers are showcasing their skills as they jostle for position, with Sir Ironbot trying to maintain an edge, while Amundsen looks for an opportunity to overtake. The competition is intensifying as they approach the next corner. Mirasol has successfully moved into foul after overtaking Yus Jonsi, showcasing a solid maneuver. Amundsen is now in page, having overtaken Sir Ironbot with a strategic move. Hugud is closing in on Gucci A, reducing the gap to 2.3 seconds, indicating potential for an upcoming challenge for position. Hugud 3 has successfully moved up to 14 after overtaking Gucci A, who is currently driving the Ferrari 488 challenge. The two were in a close battle for that position. Meanwhile, Apex has made progress as well, advancing to P20 by overtaking Suzanne Greenberg. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers make their moves on the track. Amundsen has successfully moved up to 7, executing a clean overtake on Electric Mary from Team Quap Express. Meanwhile, in 6, we see a tight battle as the two cars are closely matched, with no overtakes occurring just yet. The lead pack remains steady, but there's anticipation building as the drivers gear up for potential strategy shifts in the upcoming laps. The dynamics are shifting as the race progresses. Hugud 3 and Gucci Ye continue their tight battle for 13, with Hugud 3 in the Ferrari FXEK, maintaining a slight edge over Gucci Ye in the Ferrari 488 challenge. In 17, Alex Cosmonaut has successfully overtaken El Piosd, gaining 1 position. Meanwhile, Apex has moved up to P20 after executing an overtake on Susan Greenberg. The race dynamics are shifting as drivers jockey for better positions. Deplorably, Apple has taken the lead, moving into pole after successfully overtaking Okayoki 3 Doi. The battle for the top position continues fiercely between them. Meanwhile, Gary No Name and Amundsen are locked in a tight contest for 6, indicating competitive racing further down the field. Apex has advanced to P19 after successfully overtaking Susan Greenberg LT. In response, Suzanne Greenberg has moved up to P20 by overtaking Tenka Minin 704. Meanwhile, Tenka Min 704, driving a Lotus Tiga Esprit, is locked in a close battle for P21 with Maya, who is behind the wheel of a Mercedes Assetto. The tension is building as they jockey for position. Naiba and Hugget 3 are locked in a tight battle for P13, with Naiba in the Pagani Zonda R edging slightly ahead. Meanwhile, Gucci A is gaining ground on Hugget 3, reducing the gap to just 2.7 seconds. In addition, Suzanne Greenberg has made a move into P19, successfully overtaking Apex. The dynamics in the midfield are intensifying as the race progresses. Naiba Pagani Zonda R is currently locked in a tight battle with Hugget 3, who is driving the Ferrari FXXK for 13th position. Naiba takes a defensive line into the first corner, while Hugget 3 attempts to carry more speed on the outside. They're side by side through the second turn, with neither driver willing to yield. Hugget 3 now edges ahead as they approach the straight, but Naiba uses the Zonda's power to draft back and retake the inside line. This race for 13th is intensifying as they head towards the next hairpin. Suzanne Greenberg has made significant progress, reducing the gap to LSD by 2.7 seconds. This indicates a strong performance from Suzanne as she continues her pursuit. Meanwhile, LPOSD will need to defend their position closely as they approach the next turn. The dynamics are shifting as we observe this battle for position. Suzanne Greenberg has successfully moved up to P18, executing a clean overtake on LPOSD. The maneuver was smooth and showcased her car's agility. This shift in positions indicates an aggressive strategy as the race progresses. Nukem Bochum and Naiba are currently locked in a tight battle for 12th position. They've been exchanging places multiple times over the last few laps, with neither driver willing to give an inch. As they approach the final corner, Nukem Bochum takes a defensive line, while Naiba attempts an inside maneuver. It's a close call as they exit the corner side by side, but Nukem Bochum just manages to hold on to the position as they race down the street. The tension is palpable as they continue to push each other hard. Alex Cosmonaut has successfully moved up to 16 after overtaking Amy. Meanwhile, Alpine OSD has also made progress, advancing to P18 by overtaking Suzanne Greenberg. The positions are shifting as the drivers continue to battle for better placements. Guji Ye is currently in pursuit of Hug 3, narrowing the gap by 2:30 seconds. Temkamin 704 has successfully moved into P21 after overtaking Maya. They are now engaged in a close battle with Tenkamin 704 in a Lotus Tiga Esprit and Maya behind the wheel of a Mercedes CLR. The competition for P21 remains intense as both cars jockey for position. Amy has advanced to 16 after successfully overtaking Alex Cosmonaut. The two are now locked in a tight battle for that position, with Amy piloting the 8's Kuruma and Alex in the Pagani Zonda R as they navigate through the track. Amy's maneuverability is being put to the test against Alex's raw speed. Both cars are maintaining close proximity, with each driver looking for an opportunity to gain the upper hand. The dynamic between them is adding tension as the race continues. US John 7 has made significant progress, now just 13.3 seconds behind Neurosol from Team Starline Pixels. The gap is shrinking as they continue to push hard. Meanwhile, Apex is also closing in on Susan Greenberg, reducing the distance to just 2.9 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers gain ground on their opponents. Nukenbokum has successfully moved up to P12 after overtaking Naibi. In the battle for P19, Suzanne Greenberg in the Ferrari 488 Challenge is closely contesting with Apex, who is driving the Mercedes Sterling Moss. The competition is tight as they navigate through the track. Snow, TPP said, "Hey Amy, what's the track RN? We're currently racing at the Sarthe Retro track. It's an iconic course. Perfect for showcasing these high-performance cars." Hey Snow TPE, welcome back to the stream. Party popper ready to rev those engines and cheer on our AI races? Let's do this. Racing car dashing away. Haha, oh man, Tenkamin 704, those little man's vibes are strong. Looks like it's a Ferrari party out front, huh? Who do you think is gonna take the win? Gucci is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Hugard 3 by 3.4 seconds, and applying pressure as they navigate the track. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut has advanced into 16 after successfully overtaking Amy from Team Death Robots, who now sits in 17th. The race dynamics are shifting with these position changes. Electric Murray is currently in P8, holding off pressure from Sir Ironbot in P9. The Ferrari FX8K is putting in a strong performance, with Electric Murray executing some impressive cornering. Sir Ironbot in the McLaren Elva is not backing down, looking for any opportunity to overtake. As they approach the hairpin turn, Sir Ironbot makes a bold move on the inside, but Electric Murray defends well, maintaining the racing line and keeping P8. The two are now neck and neck on the straight, with Electric Murray slightly ahead as they head into the next section of the track. Sir Ironbot is strategizing, trying to find a way around as they enter a series of tight corners. The race dynamics are heating up as the battle for that crucial position continues. Electric Murray has successfully advanced to P8 after overtaking Sir Ironbot. Meanwhile, Maya is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Apex by 3.1 seconds, indicating a possible challenge for position soon. Alex Cosmonaut has indeed closed the gap to Gucci by 2.1 seconds, making significant progress on the straights. Meanwhile, two cars are side by side battling for position in the mid-pack, with a tight fight between Racer X and Speedster Z. Racer X attempts an inside maneuver into turn 5 but is met with resistance from Speedster Z, maintaining their line. In the back, Turbo Joe has just overtaken Blazing Comet, moving up one position as they head into the next sector. The race dynamics are shifting as drivers strategize their next moves. Gucci is indeed making significant progress, now just 2.5 seconds behind Hugard 3. The gap continues to shrink as they approach the next corner. Meanwhile, Hugard 3 seems to be struggling with tire grip, which may allow Gucci to set up for an overtaking maneuver soon. Let's monitor how this develops, and if Ye can capitalize on Hugard 3's potential slip-up. Use John7 has successfully moved into 5 after a clean overtake on Amundsen. The maneuver was precise with good timing as they approached the tight corner. Meanwhile, Amundsen drops to 6. The gap between them now sits at about half a second. Aminan from Team Nafgum Kings has gained a position, now in 5, after successfully overtaking Gary No Name. In response, Gary No Name has also made a move, climbing to 6 after passing Suraramble. Meanwhile, Nukembukam is now in 10 following an overtake on the map. The race continues to see strategic movements as drivers vie for better placements. Susanne Greenberg has made significant progress, executing a series of overtakes to secure P12, gaining 5 positions. LPIOSD is also advancing well, moving up to P14 after overtaking 4 cars. Meanwhile, Ogre 3 from Team Nafgum Kings is struggling, losing ground and dropping 8 positions down to P19. Currently, the man has gained a position and is now in P11 after successfully overtaking Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Apex is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Nibe by 2.1 seconds, indicating a potential challenge for position in the near future. Hugged 3 from Team Nafgum Kings is now just 2.3 seconds behind Gucci Ye, showing significant pace as they approach the last corner. The gap is narrowing, indicating an upcoming battle for position. Meanwhile, the rest of the field maintains a steady distance, but there could be opportunities for overtakes in the following laps. Keep an eye on Hugged 3 as they seem determined to challenge for that position. Hey race fans! Automobile dashing away, just a quick heads up, the daily wins have been reset. Party popper, it's a fresh start, so let's see which AI racer can zoom to victory today. May the best bot win. Let the engines roar. Checkered flag grinning face, with smiling eyes. Neither from Still No Name Racing is currently engaged in a close battle for 15, with Electric Marie in her Ferrari FXXK Nibe, piloting the Pagani Zonda R, is maintaining pressure as they navigate the track. Meanwhile, Hugged 3 from Nafgum Kings has successfully made an overtaking maneuver on Apex, moving up to 17. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers fight for position. Susanne Greenberg has advanced to P11 after successfully overtaking Amy. Naiba has also made a move, moving up to 14 by overtaking Electric Marie. Meanwhile, Electric Marie from Team Quark Express has gained a position, now in 15, after overtaking LALSD. The positions are shifting as the race continues to develop. Susanne Greenberg has successfully moved up to position 10 after overtaking Alex Cosmonaut. Meanwhile, Maya is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Gucci Ye by 2 seconds as she continues to push forward. Gary No Name and Eus John 7 are neck and neck as they head into turn 3. Gary takes the inside line attempting to gain a position. Eus John 7 maintains speed on the outside, keeping it tight. They emerge from the corner still side by side, with Gary edging slightly ahead on the straight. Eus John 7 is not letting off though, drafting closely behind, looking for an opportunity to retake 6. The tension continues to build as they approach turn 4. Nukenbokum has successfully moved into P12, overtaking Amy in the iPeaks Karima. The two cars are now engaged in a close battle for that position, with Nukenbokum and the Pagani Zonda R currently holding the advantage. Meanwhile, Apex and Gucci Ye are locked in a fight for P18, with Apex steering the Mercedes, Sterling Moss and Gucci Ye piloting the Ferrari 488 Challenge. The dynamics between these pairs are intensifying as they jockey for position on the track. Sirarimbot is now just 2.3 seconds behind Gary No Name, steadily closing the gap. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut and Nukenbokum from Team Death Robots are engaged in a close fight for P11, with both cars showing impressive maneuverability. Gucci Ye is also making strides, reducing the distance to El PIOSD by 3.5 seconds as they race head-to-head. The competition is intensifying across multiple positions. Twix 560 has successfully moved into P2 after overtaking Okayoki 3. The two are now engaged in a tight battle for that second position, with both cars pushing their limits. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Susan Greenberg by 2.7 seconds as they approach the next turn. Nukenbokum has successfully advanced to P11, executing a clean overtake on Alex Cosmonaut. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye has also made progress, moving up to 17 after passing El PIOSD. The race continues to see movement in the mid-pack. Sir Ironbot in the McLaren Elva is currently applying pressure on Gary No Name, who is defending his position in the Ferrari FX6K. As they approach turn 5, Sir Ironbot pulls out to the inside line, attempting to make a move. Gary No Name holds his ground and successfully blocks the overtaking attempt. They exit turn 5 nearly side by side, with Sir Ironbot slightly ahead as they head into the straight. Sir Ironbot accelerates, gaining a few car lengths, but Gary No Name is not backing down. They enter the braking zone for turn 6, and Sir Ironbot dives to the inside once more. Gary No Name tries to counter, but it looks like Sir Ironbot has finally made the pass stick as they emerge from the turn. Now, Sir Ironbot moves into 7, while Gary No Name falls back to Pate. The race continues to be competitive as they both push hard to maintain their positions. Aminzan is now just 3.6 seconds behind nearest Sol, making a significant push to close the gap. Meanwhile, Nukem Bochum has advanced to Pen after successfully overtaking Suzanne Greenberg.L. Naiba has also made progress, moving up to P13 by overtaking Electric Marie. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers gain momentum. Naibe in the Pagani Zonda R and Electric Marie in the Ferrari FX6K are currently locked in a tight battle for 13th position. Naibe is holding a slight edge, but Electric Marie is pushing hard, looking for an opportunity to overtake. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Hugger 3 by 2.9 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as Gucci Ye gains momentum and aims to close in on the competitor ahead. Sir Ironbot has successfully moved up to 7 after an overtake on Gary No Name. Meanwhile, Maya is making significant progress, reducing the gap to LISD by 2.5 seconds and gaining momentum. Maya and Apex are currently locked in a tight battle for 19th position. Maya, piloting the Mercedes SLR, is holding her ground as Apex, in the Mercedes Sterling Moss, attempts to close the gap. Apex makes a move on the inside at the hairpin turn, but Maya defends well, maintaining her position. The two cars are within mere inches of each other as they navigate through the next sector. This contest is heating up as they approach the straight, where Apex may have an opportunity to utilize his straight-line speed. Tenkamane 704 is gaining on Maya, reducing the gap by 576.1 seconds. Apex is also making strides, closing in on Tenkamane 704 by 572.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Electric Marie from Team Quark Express has successfully moved up to P12 after overtaking Naibi. Naiba and Electromarie are currently locked in a tight battle for P12, with Naibi in the Pagani Zonda R holding a slight advantage over Electric Marie in the Ferrari FX6K. The gap fluctuates as they navigate the corners, demonstrating impressive skill. Meanwhile, Gucci is steadily closing in on Hugger 3 ahead, reducing the distance by 24 seconds. The pace is increasing as both drivers push their limits, indicating a potential challenge for the position. Electric Marie has made a significant move to P12, successfully overtaking Naibe in a clean maneuver. Meanwhile, Tenkamane 704 is increasing the pressure on Maya, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. The competition is tightening as they both push for better positions. Tenkamane 704 is now just 2.2 seconds behind Maya, steadily gaining ground. Meanwhile, in the midfield, we have an overtake attempt as Car-42 edges ahead of Car-17, taking position 5. The top three remain unchanged for the moment, with a significant gap between them. Tenkamane 704's acceleration appears to be improving as they approach the final corner. Hugger 3 from Team Navgum Kings has made significant progress, overtaking two more cars to now sit in P9. Suzanne Greenberg continues to struggle, dropping to P10 after losing another position. Meanwhile, Hugger 3 is now closing in on the next competitor, looking for a chance to challenge for P8. Twix 560 has taken the lead, moving up to pole after successfully overtaking Okayoki 3 twice. Okayoki 3 now sits in P2, having just passed Deplorable Apple, who drops back to P3. Meanwhile, Electric Murray has made a notable move to P12, overtaking Alex Cosmonaut. The positions are shifting quickly as the race progresses. Nukenbokum has made a significant move, reducing the gap to Amy to just 2.4 seconds. The car's acceleration appears to be improving as they enter the final sector. Meanwhile, Amy is maintaining steady speed, but she'll need to find extra pace to fend off Nukenbokum's advances. The tension is building as they approach the next corner where overtakes are possible. Tenkamin in 704 is now just 2.9 seconds behind Apex, showing consistent speed and closing the gap effectively. Apex will need to defend as Tenkamin in 704 gains momentum. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, car number 5 has executed a clean overtake on car number 12, moving up to 6th position. The top 3 remain unchanged, but the pressure is building with Tenkamin in 704 gaining ground on Apex. Johnson has successfully moved into 6th after an overtake on Gary No Name. In response, Gary No Name has made a move of his own, planning to even by overtaking the man from Team Quark Express. Meanwhile, the man has not lost momentum, as he has now secured Pete by passing Sariranbot. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race dynamics evolve. Currently, Amy has slipped back to P22 after losing 6 positions. Meanwhile, Hugot 3 has made a significant advancement, now holding 10 after successfully overtaking Electric Murray. Electric Murray has responded by moving up to P11, having just overtaken Gucci Ye. The race continues to see dynamic shifts in position, as competitors vie for the best placements. Tenkamen in 704 has successfully moved up to 16 after executing a clean overtake on Maya Darchley. The positioning is becoming more competitive as the race progresses. Nukenbokum has successfully moved up to P13 after a decisive overtake on Alex Cosmonaut. The battle for P13 continues as Alex Cosmonaut is now closely pursuing Nukenbokum, while Naibe is also engaged in a tight contest with Alex Cosmonaut for 14. The race dynamics are intensifying as these drivers jockey for position. US John 7 has successfully reduced the gap to Amundsen, now trailing by just 2.1 seconds. Meanwhile, LPIOSD is also making progress, narrowing the distance to Apex by 2.9 seconds. The competition is tightening as both drivers push for position. Tenka 704 is showing impressive pace, reducing the gap to Alex Cosmonaut by 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, in third place, we have Speedster 3000 maintaining a steady distance, but not making any significant gains at this point. The top two are starting to pull away from the pack, and it looks like Tenka 704 is setting up for a potential overtake if this momentum continues. Tracking the lap times now, and it seems Tenka 704 is consistently faster than Alex Cosmonaut. This could lead to an interesting dynamic in the next few laps. Currently, Okayoki and Deplorably Apple are engaged in a close fight for second place. Okayoki is holding a narrow lead as they enter turn 5, while Deplorably Apple is right on their tail, looking for an opportunity to overtake. As they exit the turn, they remain side by side, with Okayoki maintaining a slight advantage down the straight. Meanwhile, the leader is pulling ahead, increasing their gap to the chasing pack. The tension between Okayoki and Deplorably Apple is rising as they approach the next corner. And it looks like Deplorably Apple is making a move. They dive to the inside, but Okayoki defends well, keeping their position. The battle continues fiercely into the next section. Nearasol is currently gaining on Okayoki 3, reducing the distance by 630 seconds. Meanwhile, Okayoki 3 is also making progress, closing in on Twix 560 by 2.5 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as Nearasol continues to pursue Okayoki 3 aggressively. LPIOSD has successfully overtaken Maya, moving up to 17. The maneuver was executed cleanly on the inside as they approached the second corner. Meanwhile, both drivers are now negotiating the turns closely, with Maya looking to regain her position. The race dynamics continue to shift as we monitor their progress. Amundsen is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Nearasol by 23.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Gucci has also begun to close in on Electricmarie, cutting down the distance by 2/13 seconds. The dynamics of the race are shifting as both drivers gain momentum. Currently, Gary No Name and the driver from Team Cork Express are locked in a tight battle for 7th position. Both cars are maintaining a close distance as they navigate through the technical section of the track. Oh, Gary No Name is trying to find an opening on the inside, while the Cork Express driver is defending the line effectively. As they exit the corner, it looks like Gary is gaining ground on the straights, but the Cork Express car holds its ground. They're side by side heading into the next turn. This could be a crucial moment for both drivers as they jockey for that coveted 7th place. Alex Cosmonaut has just executed an impressive maneuver to advance to P13, successfully overtaking Electric Murray. In response, Electric Murray from Team Cork Express has made a quick move of her own, now in 14 after passing Hugood 3. Meanwhile, El POSD has moved up to 16, overtaking 10 Kamen in 704. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. Naibe has successfully moved into Pen after overtaking Gucci Ye. The battle for Pen continues as Naibe in the Pagani Zonda R holds off Gucci Ye in the Ferrari 488 Challenge. Meanwhile, Tenkaman 704 has advanced to P18, having overtaken Apex. The race remains competitive with these dynamic shifts in positions. Nukembokum has successfully executed an overtake on Gucci Ye, advancing to P11. The maneuver showcased precise timing and strategic positioning as he navigated through the corner. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye will need to regroup and find opportunities to regain that position. The battle for P11 is heating up. Sirairombot has advanced to 7 after successfully overtaking Gary No Name, who has now dropped to P8. Meanwhile, Gary No Name executed a quick maneuver to reclaim his position, overtaking the man and moving up to P8. The dynamic between these drivers is quite engaging as they continue to jockey for position on the track. US John 7 has successfully moved into P8 after overtaking Sirairombot on the inside. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye has also made progress, advancing to Pen by passing Naibe. The positions are shifting as the drivers continue to jostle for better placements on the track. Electric Murray has advanced to P11 after successfully overtaking Hugood 3. Meanwhile, Hugood 3 from Team Naf Kings has regained momentum and moved up to P12 by overtaking Nukembokum 13. Now Hugood 3 in the Ferrari FX6K and Nukembokum in the Pagani Zonda R are engaged in a close battle for P12, vying for position as they navigate the track. The dynamics are heating up as these two continue to push each other. Naibe and Tenkamen in 7-4 are locked in a tight battle for 13. With Naibe in the Pagani Zonda R, just ahead of Tenkamen in 7-4, in the Lotus Tiga Esprit. Maya is making significant progress on Alex Cosmonaut, reducing the gap by 4.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Apex is also gaining on El POSD, closing the distance by 4.6 seconds. The race dynamics are intensifying as these drivers push their limits. Tenkamen in 704. In the Lotus Tiga Esprit is currently holding off Naibe in the Pagani Zonda R as they approach the final sector. Tenkamen in 704 executed a tight corner, maintaining a slight lead. Naibe is closing the gap on the straights, using the Zonda's power to gain ground. As they enter the long right-hander, Naibe makes a move on the inside. It's a daring overtake attempt. Tenkamen in 7-4 defends well, keeping the position. They exit the corner side by side, but Tenkamen in 704 reclaims 14 as they head into the next braking zone. The battle continues to be intense, with both drivers showcasing their skills. The man is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Amundsen by 35.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye is also closing in on Sir Ironbot, cutting the distance down by 5.9 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as these drivers push their limits on the track. Tenkamen in 7-4 said, "Hey Amy, do I have the fastest car now that the rain is over?" Hey, Tenkamen in 7-4. Well, the rain definitely changes things up a bit. But it looks like you're in 16th place right now. Perhaps those early laps in the wet conditions were a bit slippery for you. Keep pushing, maybe you'll catch some speed as the track dries out. Electric Murray has advanced to Pen after successfully overtaking Sir Ironbot. Huggett Free is closing in on Sir Ironbot, reducing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Nukembukem has climbed to P13 by passing Naibe. Apex has successfully moved up to P18 after a clean overtake on Maya. Meanwhile, Susanna Greenberg is gaining ground on Maya, reducing the gap by 2/13 as they approach the next sector. The battle for position is heating up in this segment of the race. Electric Murray has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Gucci Ye by 2.5 seconds. The pace is picking up as Electric Murray looks to initiate an overtake in the upcoming turns. Meanwhile, behind them, Speedster 42 is maintaining a steady position. holding off challenges from both neural drive and turbojet. The race dynamics are shifting as electric Murray gains momentum. Tenkaminen 704 is now just 2 seconds behind Alex Cosmonaut, steadily closing the gap. The pressure is building as Tenkaminen 704 begins to catch up. Meanwhile, behind them, we have Kelsey Racer making a move on Speedy Gamer, pulling off a successful overtake and moving into 4th position. The top 3 maintain their positions, but the dynamics are shifting as the race progresses. Sir Ironbot has made a significant move, now positioned in P9, after overtaking Gucci Ye. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye is still trying to maintain pace but is now trailing behind. Nukembokum is gaining on Hugger 3, reducing the gap to 6.3 seconds, which could set up a potential overtake soon. The dynamics are shifting as the cars jockey for position on the track. Twix 560 has made significant progress, reducing the gap to deplorably by 34.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut is also gaining ground on Electric Murray, closing that distance by 2.1 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as we see these changes in position. Tenkaminen 704 has successfully moved up to 13, executing a clean overtake on Gucci Ye. The maneuver was precise, showcasing strong acceleration out of the corner. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye will need to regroup and find an opportunity to reclaim that position. Naiga has successfully advanced to P9 after overtaking Nukembokum. In the battle for P19, Maya in her Mercedes SLR is closely contesting with Suzanne Greenberg, who is driving the Ferrari 488 Challenge. The two are maintaining a strong pace as they jockey for position. Suzanne Greenberg has successfully moved into P19, overtaking Maya in a thrilling duel. The Ferrari 488 Challenge showcases its speed as Suzanne Greenberg pushes ahead, while Maya in the Mercedes SLR is not backing down easily. This battle for P19 continues to be intense, with both drivers closely matching each other's pace. Updates on their positions will follow as they navigate the track. Nybe is making impressive progress, reducing the gap to US Johnson by 7.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary No Name has successfully moved up to 7 after overtaking US Johnson. The race dynamics are shifting as Nybe continues to close in on the competition. Nybe from Still No Name Racing has significantly closed the gap to US Johnson, reducing it by 25.5 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as Nybe's pace picks up, indicating a possible overtaking opportunity in the near future. Meanwhile, positions remain stable among the top contenders as they navigate through the track. The tension builds as Nybe continues to gain ground, potentially setting up for an exciting maneuver shortly. Alpine SD is now in 14, after successfully overtaking Tenkamin 704. Apex has gained a position as well, moving up to 17 by passing Suzanne Greenberg. In response, Suzanne Greenberg has regained some ground and advanced to P18, overtaking Maya. The race continues to see strategic maneuvers as drivers shuffle positions. The current standings show Okayoki 3 in P2, after successfully overtaking Twix 560. Meanwhile, El Payo SD is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Gucci Ye by 2.1 seconds. The dynamics of the race are shifting as these positions evolve. The man is gaining on Amin San, reducing the gap by 5.8 seconds. As they approach the next turn, it looks like the man is positioning himself for a possible overtake. Meanwhile, in the midfield, Car 7 has just moved past Car 4, showcasing impressive acceleration out of the last corner. The race dynamics are shifting as the AI cars jockey for position, and the front runners are preparing for a thrilling showdown. Electric Murray has successfully moved up to P9 after overtaking Nybe. Tenkamin in 704 is closing the gap on Gucci Ye, reducing it to 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Sir Ironbot is also making progress, cutting down the distance to El Payo SD by 2.1 seconds. Nukambokum just executed a clean overtake on Gucci Ye, solidifying their position in Tandetol. Meanwhile, Gucci Ye has responded by pushing ahead of Nybe, moving up to P11. The battle for P11 continues hot between Gucci in the Ferrari 488 Challenge and Naibi in the Pagani Zonda R, with both cars closely matched on the track. Twix 560 is now in P3 after successfully overtaking nearest Sol. Apex has advanced to 15, having passed Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg has also made a move to claim 16 by overtaking Sir Ironbot. Amundsen is gaining on Nerasol, now reducing the gap to 2.5 seconds. The pressure is on as Amundsen accelerates out of the last corner, looking to make a move soon. Nerasol is holding steady, but the speed difference is becoming evident. Meanwhile, in the midfield, we have a tight battle between two cars, with one attempting an inside line for the next turn. This could lead to an overtake if executed correctly. Nerasol from Team Starline Pixels is currently making significant progress, as she has closed the gap with Amundsen by 60.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Amundsen is also gaining ground on Nerasol, reducing their time difference by 123.3 seconds. The dynamic between these three cars is quite tense, with Nerasol still focusing on maintaining her lead over Amundsen, while managing to reel him in as well. This race is shaping up to be quite competitive as they all push for position. Alpine SD is currently in 5th place, reducing the gap to Suzanne Greenberg, who holds 4th. The distance is now down to approximately 2.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Sir Ironbot from Team Death Robots is also making progress, closing in on Maya, who is in 3rd position, with the gap also at 2.1 seconds. Both drivers are showing strong pace as they push to overtake their respective competitors. Okay, in the last few moments, Alex Cosmonaut has made significant progress, reducing the gap to 10.74 by 8 seconds. Meanwhile, Okeoki 3 has taken the lead, moving up to Pone after successfully overtaking Deplorable Eagle. Gucci Ye has also gained ground, advancing to P9 by overtaking Electric Mary. The race dynamics are shifting as positions change quickly. Deplorable Eagle has significantly reduced the gap to Twix 560, now trailing by just 18.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Electromir is gaining on Gucci, cutting the distance down by 3.3 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers push for better positions. Sir Ironbot has significantly reduced the gap to Suzanne Greenberg by 10.2 seconds, indicating a strong push for position. Meanwhile, Amundsen is closing in on Deplorable Apple, shrinking their distance by 2 seconds. In the midfield, Nukenbokum has made a move to pull 11, successfully overtaking Naibe. Currently, Gary No Name has successfully moved up to 6 after executing a clean overtake on the Mayan. Meanwhile, Electric Murray from Team Quark Express has made a significant advancement, climbing to P9 by overtaking Gucci Ye. The race is intensifying as positions shift and drivers push their limits. Electric Murray is continuing to close the gap on Hughes John Savan, now down to 9.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary No Name has successfully overtaken Hughes John Savan, moving up to 7. The dynamics are shifting as Electric Murray gains ground on the competition. Electric Murray has significantly decreased the gap to Hughes John Savan, now trailing by only 9.7 seconds. The pressure is mounting as Electric Murray from Team Quark Express continues to push forward, while Hughes John Savan maintains their position for Team Live for Speed. The dynamic between these two cars is intensifying. Suzanne Greenberg is currently in P18, closely followed by Sir Ironbot in P19. The two are locked in a fierce battle for position. They are navigating through the tight turns of the circuit, with Suzanne Greenberg holding a slight edge. Sir Ironbot attempts to pull alongside on the inside, but can't quite make the pass stick. As they exit the corner, Suzanne Greenberg accelerates out, maintaining her advantage. The gap remains minimal as they head into the next straight, indicating this fight for P18 will continue to intensify. Nukenbokum has reduced the gap to Gucci by 2.4 seconds, indicating a strong push for position. Apex has made significant progress, now in 16, after successfully overtaking Maya. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg has advanced to P18, having passed Sir Ironbot. Currently, El Piosti is in 13 after successfully overtaking Apex. Apex has responded by moving up to 15, managing to overtake Suzanne Greenberg. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg is now in 16 after overtaking Maya. The positions are shifting as the drivers adjust their strategies on the track. Nukem in the Pagani Zonda R has just made a move on Gucci in the Ferrari 488 challenge for P11. They are side by side as they approach turn 3. Nukem holds the inside line, gaining a slight advantage. Gucci is trying to counter on the outside but is squeezed out. It looks like Nukem has successfully overtaken Gucci, now securing P11. Meanwhile, behind them, there's a tight grouping of cars battling for P12 through 14. The race dynamics are heating up as these positions shuffle. Alex Cosmonaut has made a significant move, now holding the 12th position after overtaking Gucci. Sarthe is gaining on Maya, reducing the gap to 2.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Tenkamane and 7-4 is also closing in on Sarthe, cutting the distance down by 2.7 seconds. The race remains competitive as positions shift. As we continue to watch the race, Alpine has significantly reduced the gap to Gucci, now trailing by just 2.7 seconds. Meanwhile, we see a tight battle forming between Nitrox and Speedycar, with Nitrox gaining ground and looking for an opportunity to overtake. The dynamic in the midfield is heating up as drivers jockey for position, and it appears that a few more overtakes could be on the horizon. Alpine has significantly reduced the gap to Gucci, now just 2.2 seconds behind. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, we see a battle shaping up as Zeta overtakes Nexus on the inside line, gaining a crucial position. At the front, Gucci maintains their lead but will need to defend against Alpine's charge. The race dynamics are shifting as we approach the next corner, where overtaking opportunities may arise. Tenkamane in 7-4 has gained position to P18, overtaking Sarthe in the McLaren Elva.4. The two cars were locked in a tight battle for that position. But Tenkamane and 7-4, in the Lotus Tiga Esprit, executed a clean maneuver to take the lead. As they continue racing, it will be interesting to see if Sarthe can mount a comeback, or if Tenkamane in 7-4 will maintain the advantage.